Hello, it's Jang here with a look at the Batman Arkham Asylum Breakout set that came out in 2013. This is a 1619 piece set, 1619. It comes with everything that you see here, so to get this started, let's get right to the main building. The thing looks very impressive from the front. It has at least as much detail as the best modular buildings that they've done in the Creator line to date. But there's a little bit of trickery here because as I turn this around, you see that everything gets very thin. It's just a little bit more than a fascia. You turn this around, you get kind of the dollhouse effect back here. We'll take a closer look at all the individual features because there are a bunch of them crammed into this small space. But first I want to get out of the way just the front, and actually I'm going to start with just the gate area. This is done as a separate build, a separate assembly to allow kids to establish a yard in the front of the thing. You can make that whatever size you want it to be. So you can bring this up really close if you don't have a lot of space to play in, or you can just open it way, way up and have all kinds of figures, put other bricks in there, just set up all kinds of spooky stuff, have a little road going through there, whatever you want to do with it. Nicely designed this thing is. I like the doors, how they made them a little bit taller than the norm, and there's some real builds involved with it. It's a handful of different types of pieces, but it looks nice. I really like these sculptures on the sides, very gothic look. They got the wings there. You got the security camera over here. Nicely done, little upside down, well, half upside down, half right side up, lamps on the top. It's just a nice little thing. It's small, it's thin, but it really sets the tone for the whole thing and just the style of what you're getting yourself into. The main building has a lot of texture to the front of it, and they brought in a handful of different colors and blended them together pretty nicely. Different shapes of bricks, a little bit of building with studs on the side. They use these garage door runner pieces to give you the nice vertical lines. It's all integrated in there pretty nicely. This is shaped very well. For its size, it goes well with the size of minifigures, just little steps. They brought in the nice shape to it, done pretty well. You can't really do rounded corners of stairs with Lego, but I feel like they got the overall feel done very well there. You got your sign up here, that's with just a couple of stickers. Nicely built, completely custom built doors that you can open up, double doored. Has kind of that wood look, and they're nice and large. Security camera there, a little bit of foliage, some of the vines and stuff growing on the edges. One of the coolest features, well, two of the coolest features of this whole thing can be seen right here. First of all, that gargoyle, there's one on either side or either corner, front corner, of just a legendary little design. That's just so well done with the frog there, and the droid arms and the axes for wings. That is truly one of the great things, I think, to come out of Lego in recent years and to be applied to an actual official build. Very, very nicely done there. It's got the droid body that's kind of leaning forward. And then the other thing is the design of these windows. So they've done pretty much the same thing 4 times over, almost 5, but mostly 4 times over. These are all built up in halves, so you see right down the middle there's a crease, and these are the small 1x2x1 panel pieces in transparent black, so the smoky color, and it's all studs on the side. So these are built, with up being that way to your left from here, and over on this side it's up being to the right, and they just connect together to just fit together just perfectly. You see they did the same thing over here. Nice little extra greebling. You got the little archways up above. This is just nice Gothic style, really well applied with some creative building techniques. So this was a very nice and satisfying building experience for the whole thing. Here you get the vines coming through the bars, and this is actually built pretty much the same way. They just, instead of using the transparent features, they went with the telescope pieces. And then here they used the same process but replaced a few of those panel pieces to give you the look of broken glass by using the little cheese wedge pieces and a couple of tiles in there to good effect. Got the rope coming down here. It could be rope, or it could be a bunch of sheets tied together. So just well done design work there. You can see the other gargoyle on the other side, and just little bits of roof on the side. It's not really filled in back there. It's all empty behind there. You'll see behind there. This is nicely done up here. That got that stained glass effect, and they've used a similar technique with the bottoms of small turntables at least a couple times. I think maybe at least a few times now. It looks really good, and you can change out the colors. They don't include parts here, but I'm just saying you can use that same technique with different colors to get different effects. And then just across the top, more Gothic elements, you know, spiky stuff, just making it look nice and menacing. From the back, you can see that thankfully there's a lot more detail here as well. So they didn't put all of their effort into just making it look good from the front. Coming down here to the very bottom, you've got the really dark entranceway. There's just not a lot of light that can get in there, but it's a nice little area here, and they've got a very nice little red phone over on the side. I just like how that's built, and you can see that they've got an exclusive little sticker on that to make that look even better. The thing over here is a fire extinguisher. There's a tap on the top of that, but this is the security desk, you know, this, the security guard's main desk, and a sticker used on this 2x4 slope piece here. Over here you've got a couple of jail cells, prison cells, and those are linked together, and you can slide both of them open. You can see they've got the faces on there, the little charts to indicate who's supposed to be in each one. A nice build there they've used on a couple of different versions of the police, the main city police sets. And then back over here, this is supposed to be a combination office and changing room area for Dr. Quinn, Dr. Quinn, because you've got all the indications of the charts of the different people who are included or who are covered and I guess kind of incarcerated really in this asylum. But you turn that around, and it's got the vanity behind there with a picture of the Joker with lipstick on it, and it says, "I love the Joker." And these are supposed to be just little makeup containers. It's nicely hidden away, but you know, from here there's not really anything you do with this. So this is the main thing to see down here in this room. Going up to the second level, you've got a chair that's, you know, a decent build, but it's the desk here that interests me more. Again, with the building techniques, it's so different. See what they did on the other side over here. They used a little fence piece, a 1x4x2, I think that is, fence piece with the 4 vertical bars on it, and it's just curious and different, and I appreciate that. Check out the windows from the back, and you can see that they actually put some thought into making sure that even though they used some awkward and clever building techniques, it still looks good from the other side. They're designed to primarily look good from the outside, but they look good from the inside as well. I appreciate that. This is the little medical treatment room here. You've got the bed where you can put a patient down on it, and it's got the light up above it. That's nice. That can all be kind of reposed just a little bit. My favorite thing here is the drawer that is open, because they put a hinge piece on the side. See the hinge on the side there? And it just looks like an open drawer. That's really clever. I've never seen that done before myself. Not saying it's new with this set. I'm sure that other folks have done that, but it's still very clever. I still like it very much. And I appreciate that they've got the little containers, the bottles up there against the window, so it lets light through so you can see them a lot better. This over here is the chamber for poison ivy, and you can open this up. Clever hinging done there to allow you to get her in there. You can see the plants are starting to grow there, and a vine is growing out on the back. But you know, it's simple, no stickers or anything around here. Nice, another clever little build for this corner, just a little plant in the corner. You know, it's again different. And then you've got the spot where the window is broken out. You can't really fit a figure through there, and they did not make this in a way that it would come off easily. I think that's one thing that could have been done better. If they actually made it so you could actively open that up to let a minifigure get through. And then up here, this is the tower cell for kind of the attic cell for Mr. Freeze. Mr. Freeze is not included with this set, but they have offered him up separately, so they allow you to interoperate between different sets. You can bring him in here, and you can see they got the little ice crystals and some snowy bits down all around the edges there, and just enough room to put a single figure inside of there. Actually, you can kind of fit two, but it gets a little bit tight, so just one is intended to be there. And you can see the little piece, the tile going across the front here, and that pretty much covers all the features, the major features of the main building. But of course, there is more to this set. Now this kind of looks like just a truck, just a Lego City truck, but it is not. This is fully built up, fully custom, designed specifically for this set. And it is also just another clever build with the large tiles on the side, all built up with structure inside, and a different kind of look to the front end of it. They used the same piece for the hood right here as they used for the miniature VW camper van piece. It's that shorter, rounder piece, and the roof here is actually inset by one single stud. They do have opening doors on either side. If you look inside there, you see the gear shift lever. There is a proper seat in there for your driver. They got the bars on the front, and interesting use of the fenders in the front, and it's got a little bit of angle down underneath. And you can see, let me just turn it on its side so you can see that this is not a standard city build. This is not using a pre-made vehicle base or anything. You build up this whole thing. So another very satisfying experience for a builder to actually put together. And then you can open this up in the back. They made the cab section narrower and the back section larger. Still fits the wheels underneath, so on the inside, partially covered. That's actually pretty tough to pull off. They still have enough room for a stretcher with the restraints on the top of it that can be pulled out, and that will actually hold a minifigure with plenty of room to spare. You see you got plenty of room in there. This is just really nicely done. This is one of the better normal minifigure style vehicle builds that I personally have come across. Minifigures, there are 8 of them in this set, so we'll look at them in 2 different groups. Here are the good guys, obviously Batman, and you got Robin, and you have the security guard. Batman has his batarang, Robin's got the kendo stick, and the security guard has a set of handcuffs to try to recapture or help to recapture some of the patients once they get out. Let's take a look at these from the backs. Not a whole lot to see there, but a cool Batman bat wings set for him. And taking this off, so he has the alternate face there just to get a different expression out of him. He's got the headband look. You've also got a different face for Robin for when he gets into trouble. But let's go ahead and take a better look at both of those faces from the front. So Batman, if you haven't seen him before, uses the headband system so that when you put the helmet on or the mask on, you just see the white for the eyes. Bad guys here on the left, you've got the small penguin who's looking like a fairly jovial character in this comic-based iteration of him, and he's got the black umbrella there, and then you also get the white-faced Joker and with the green hair in the middle. Dr. Harley Quinn, Dr. Quinzel, right? You can see just a little bit of her Harley Quinn outfit showing through just underneath her uniform, her normal uniform. And then Poison Ivy here, also got the Scarecrow. Let's take a look at all of these figures from the back so you can see that you do get a number of different and exclusive prints on the backs of these characters too. I appreciate that very much. And there are alternate faces for these characters. So first of all, no alternate face here, but you can see that the Scarecrow has some nice printing all around the head, including at the back. Poison Ivy's got the more angry face, and then Quinn has her full-on Harley Quinn face with all the makeup on, but they do not include a torso for her, so you don't get the full the full effect. You know, you can put the different headgear on. Of course, this is backwards, but you get the general idea here, but you don't get the torso to match it. You get the very different face. I actually like this expression for the Joker a little bit better, but the Penguin doesn't get an alternate face just because you can see all around the back of him. One thing I didn't show you is that this kind of is built in a modular style. It just makes it easier to go through the instructions. You know, makes things a little, it just allows you to have more success more quickly, where you focus on just one section at a time. And because of that, you can do just a little bit of reorganizing of these things, not a whole lot. You can see that they use Technic pins, and you've got spots where you can add things onto the corners if you want to. So you could kind of arrange this, put this here, put these together, just move the pins around. Gives you just a little bit different kind of shape to the whole thing. And you know, you can iterate that as you want. You move things around a little bit, but you do start to block off some features. For instance, with this arrangement here, you would block off some of the cells. So, you know, you can kind of get a little bit more just creative with that, where you put things to get just different shapes for the whole thing. Or you can even keep them apart if you want to have full access to everything, and just, again, just spread things out a little bit. You know, just like you can do with this section here to give yourself more play space. But still, ultimately, these are kind of small areas on the interior. All told, I'm really happy with this set. For the most part, as an adult builder, again, it was just very satisfied with the building process of every component of the whole thing. And the end results just look good. There's also decent play value here, but I feel like it really wants to have more sets added to add a lot more value to the whole thing. But they do give you quite a number of minifigures for the size here. Value, you know, I try to stay away from talking about price nowadays because price varies everywhere, and you've got viewers from all around the world. But the price that I know is, in the United States, $160 for a 1600 piece set. So 10 cents per piece, if you're looking at that, is the norm, but that also includes 8 minifigures here, and they are superheroes minifigures, which generally have more value or cost more. So to get those in there, to get a good build, some interesting parts, I feel like they gave us a really good value for what you get here. At any rate, you've heard a lot of my thoughts about this set. Please do share your thoughts about this set down in the comment section below, including if you completely disagree with my feelings about this thing. That is no problem. Feel free to express yourself as long as you do it in a respectful way. Thank you in advance for your feedback, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you like this, I hope that you will stick around to check out more of my videos, because more are always on the way, and I'll be talking to you again soon.